Okay, so I think I'm live. Am I live? I don't know if I'm live. We can do a countdown. That's what I was meant to do. A countdown. We're gonna be live in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. And then I'll pop in over there, and I'll close my browser so it stops talking to me. All right, so this is the first time being live on YouTube for me. I would love to know if there are any technical difficulties. If I can't speak properly, let me know as well. But technical difficulties, if you can't hear me, please let me know. So, my name is Rich Armstrong. I am TapTapKaboom, just like Tony Stark is Iron Man. And today, I'm going to be testing out this live thing because I think it's a really cool format for creating and letting people into my brain and how I create and stuff. So what I have here is a sketchbook that's unopened, and I'm going to open it today and do some creating in it. I have a bunch of buttons that I can press that will help me out and show you guys what I'm doing. So let me try and press those buttons. Da da da. Yes, there we go. Is it working? I think so. All right. If there is a bit of a whirring sound, it's because my computer is doing this live stream thing, and it really sounds like it's about to take off. Right. This was the photo that I took from a little bit earlier, just to promote it, the thumbnail, and on Instagram. We can move that to that side. Now, let's pop this guy. If you're a fan of unpackaging videos, you might like this. Oh, without hurting or maiming myself. Let's get this guy open. Hey, open up. Alrighty. It's just a sketchbook from Talons, maybe? Talons, maybe? Local art store. Alrighty. And it's like, I don't know, same size as a journal. Roundabout. But I think the pages are quite thick. Yeah, they're quite nice. So I've got some Uni Posca markers here. I think they're going to be pretty cool, pretty fun. And I'm going to test them out. They're also brand new. So this one I just popped before this just to see that I actually could do that. But this one I have not yet popped. So poppity pop. Let's take off the plastic. We've got pink and purple. Got red. Oh, there we go. Get off there. Get off. All right. If you're watching, say hi in the comments just so I can see if there is a comment. Maybe I can comment. Be like, oh, sign into chat. Oh. Okay. Open in browser. Hello there. Welcome. Please say hi. All right, we'll see if that works. Okay, then I've got a blue one, a blue marker. Okay. Da-da-da. Da-da-da. Come on. Don't worry, I'll clean up after myself. All right. Come on. think this is how you get the marker stuff out. Shake, 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 yeah. I bought these a while ago. Haven't used them. Woo, there we go. There's some ink, it's coming. Whew. Getting a bit of a workout here as well. All right, there we go. Nice. Yeah, it's really cool. I like it. So, some doodling. Why doodle? Because it's fun. Honestly, it's like therapeutic. There's tons of stuff going on in the world, and this kind of helps me just deal with it a little bit better. And also there's tons of stuff going on in my brain. Abstract doodles, yeah, that's a good idea. But I also like drawing characters. Scenes with characters in them. Just like doodling whatever comes into my mind. Like last night, or maybe yesterday while I was running, I had this weird picture of a tree, and the tree was actually like a hand, but then when a tree had a branch, it was like fingers on a hand. So this finger would then become a hand with fingers, and then each one would become fingers. That's basically what a tree is. It's like a hand, and each of its fingers then becomes a hand. But it's brown and barky and leafy, so we don't freak out about it too much. But trees are weird. You have to press down, and then it becomes all painterly like. Now that's looking pretty good. Like that. My ear's just a bit itchy. Don't really know what to do with wax when I have an itchy ear and it's live. A couple of other fears about being live is having something in my teeth and not realizing it. And another one is needing to go to the bathroom mid-session, mid-live session. That may happen. I haven't drunk too much water today though, so might be in good stead there. This is pretty cool. This looks like some kind of sea creature. Man, I follow the ocean or sea or something like that on Instagram. Sometimes the stuff that they post, the creatures that they showcase, it's phenomenal. It's like, God, you are crazy. Like the creatures that you made or that you gave the ability to evolve, wow. There's some crazy stuff out there. Sometimes humans are also pretty crazy. But yeah, these sea creatures, wow. Wow. Just ridiculous, I reckon. Starting to feel a lot smoother now, which is it's nice. I'm a big fan of drawing eyes. Haven't really ever drawn big fat eyes like these though. That's pretty interesting. I don't know if I'm messing the pen up now. Well. So I like getting into abstract stuff because it connects my mind with my hands. It allows me just to, it's almost like meditation, I guess. It's very therapeutic. And it kind of just like allows me to warm up, I guess. But I also then create abstract pieces. So yes, I could be warming up for an abstract piece or, for some other kind of creativity. But I will try draw that tree hand thing, maybe with a different color. Okay, so that is some blue done. Just gonna have some water. Yeah, yummy. Okay, now let's get this pink in here. Definitely not dry, so maybe I can't draw over the blue just yet. Come on, pink. Come on, pink. It's coming. Yeah, it's coming. I just pushed the button. Now you can see me doing this shaky thing. Honestly, this is like a really good workout for an arm. It's almost there. It's almost there. Now you can see a little bit of painting and my beautiful face. Okay. How about now? Okay. Let's do some pink painting. Or maybe we can just do a lot more stippling. Hooah! Okay, it's coming along. That is a lovely color. Let's put the lid on. And I also really like drawing raindrops and clouds. And there's a couple other things I am drawn to from time to time, but at the moment definitely raindrops. It feels very easy and therapeutic to just draw these drops and all kinds of, I don't know, like different shapes and sizes. And also these like twirl things. I like those. Hey, Freakazoid said hi. What's up, Freakazoid? I did not see that. But I don't know if there's meant to be like a little notification or something. I'm totally new to this. Tell me where you're from. What's your thing? You have to explain your passion or what you do. What would you say it is? I think if I had to explain my passion, it would be creating or ideas, but definitely creating, learning, and then teaching. Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. And we can put some at the bottom too. Alrighty. Looks like, I don't know, quite a militant kind of an eye. This one over here. One of the reasons I really like Posca markers is because, well, it's like they're paint, but they're markers. I'm not the biggest fan of painting stuff with paintbrushes, because you have to like really like stroke it and stroke it and stroke it. Whereas this, you just, you know, you're doing markers. Come on, paint, get out, paint. Maybe this can be some kind of jellyfish. Oh yeah. Jellyfish. Draw some clouds. Couple other little splodges and stuff. All right, I think that's looking pretty cool. Now, what I'm going to try do is try draw on top of it with a non-Posca marker. So, I've got my bag of tricks here. And inside the bag of tricks, you want to see my bag of tricks? Ooh, Sharpie might be pretty cool. And this one. Energel liquid gel ink, a Pentel one. Let's see if those work. They're both black, so that could be pretty cool. All right. Let's try the thinner one first. Feels pretty dry to the touch. Okay. Okay. Here's my hand tree. I mean, I guess this could just carry on because every finger then could become a branch and so on. Something like that, and then at the back, perhaps there would be another one. Something like that. You know? Yeah, this works really well on top of this. Yeah, I like that. These guys over here could have a bit of like hair. Some eyes. What's up? Shoelaces for sure. And then, you know, I'm not sponsored yet or anything, so I'm not going to draw any kind of brand marks. I don't know if that's a brand mark, but definitely has shoes. And then perhaps some kind of scales or something. So yeah, like the abstract stuff really helps me relax and just connect my brain to my hands and stuff. But then I like to do, you know, characters and creatures on top of the abstract stuff. Kind of like the abstract stuff, I don't know, like informs what I then create on top of that. Yeah, maybe if I had a white one, I could draw an eye, but alas, I don't have a white one. Some kind of a saint of a bird, maybe who doesn't really have any eyes. A no-eyed bird. Yeah, quite like that. Hey, Freakazoid says he's from Germany, or she. Being creative and making a mess is the passion. Yes, that's amazing. Making a mess is the passion. I love that. Thank you for sharing. It's really good to have you here. This kind of reminds me of a walrus. You know, with the big moustache and perhaps some walrus kind of things. I like that. This is a little planet. Perhaps this can be a meteorite that's going to hit the Earth. That just missed that planet, Saturn. And this, of course, is a bug with lots and lots of legs. What else could it be? I always like putting a few letters in to my doodles. I'm not like a letterer, or a sign maker or anything like that. I just like letters. Especially hand-drawn stuff. Of course. So today in the studio, my wife and my babe came to do some organizing. Like I can be pretty organized, but my wife is the organization queen. And my babe is the unorganization queen. She's our little whirlwind, we call her, because she just comes into a room and takes everything out that was in. So she was trying to do that while we were trying to, organize things. But we did get somewhere. We have this second-hand IKEA shelf that's blue, so we took off the doors, and now we have these yellow baskets from a place called Hamer. And man, it looks really good. And they've all got these labels on them. You can check it out on my Instagram, on my stories. Feels really good to be organized. I spent the whole of last week cleaning up the studio, put up a shelf, put up a guitar, ordered some things. I still gotta, put the, in Dutch they're called plinten, skirting boards. So weird. Sometimes I only know the Dutch word for things and not the English word. I come from South Africa, moved to the Netherlands, so I spoke English my whole life, but then there are some things that I've learned while being an adult here that I just didn't learn while being an adult in South Africa, or, a human in South Africa, like plinten or plintjes. They're skirting boards. So I've still got to stick those onto my wall. One of the last admin tasks before I engage full creator mode. But yeah, last week I did some preparation for this whole live thing, which has been one of the things I wanted to do from last year. And it feels really good to do this live. My heart's not beating as fast as I thought it would, which is an amazing feeling to say. I thought it would be like, I'm live, I'm live. I remember the first time I got up on stage, the first time I did do anything live on a Zoom call, like pre-COVID, doing live stuff from Zoom calls was, pretty nerve-wracking. Now it's just like, run of the day, run of business, everyday business kind of stuff. Oh, here's a little bone beneath the hand tree. And a little birdie. That's pretty cool. I like them. He's really cool. You see, it's like a cloud man. I like it. I like it a lot. Something with this jellyfish. I don't think jellyfish have tentacles or arms like this, do they? Well, this one does. Hey, Josh or Yash, Goda. Hey, Rich, do you have any ideas on how I can kickstart my creative inside of me? I suck at coming up with stuff to draw or create. I'm learning illustration, but I feel like I cannot come up with ideas. Ah, glad you asked. Let's see how this works. Okay, I'm gonna pause for like 2 seconds. And plug this into here. And let's see. Let's see if this works. Yeah, I think it will work. I'm going to show you something on the TapTapKaboom website. So TapTapKaboom.com. Which way is it going? This way. Let's turn this on. Okay, so here it is. TapTapKaboom website. Man, the contrast is very different on this screen compared to my Mac. So you scroll down to Create and Learn with TapTapKaboom, and then you go to either Creative Workouts or Creative Prompts. And check this, Animals in Action. So if you tap on this, yeah, just try 8 minks extending or 7 skunks humming. Try draw that, or 5 jellyfish mining. So this is a creative prompt. There's also an exquisite corpse of words. The IC model broadly coughing the Swift concert, whatever that looks like. Try draw that, or the serious control, determinedly regretting the ashy section. Or if you go over here, go to workouts. There's a whole bunch here. If you go down to random words or random word pairs, yeah, these could be quite fun for you. There's also an app, a free app, it's called the Random Word Doodle at the moment. But yeah, just try draw some of these. Goal shadow, curl prawn, that could be pretty fun to draw. A unity bubble, a poke love, ooh, what could that be? Or a boyfriend wall, I feel like we could all, relate to that. Rock creep, begin pedal. All right. Well, yeah. Give those a go. I reckon that's one way how you could, get your creativity going. So Yash says, I feel like as I grew up, I lost my imaginative side. Yeah, that happens all the time. Business, money, adulting. Do you have any tips on how to get it back or something? So some things that I do is one, doodling. Try doodling these random words and then coming up with ideas or having fun. It's going to take some time. because as a kid, we spend all of our times imagining and learning and having fun. And as an adult, we don't get to do any of that. And so when we start again, we expect ourselves to just be at that same imaginative, fun place. But it's like running. You can't just run 40 kilometers or a marathon on day one. You need to warm up. You need to get there day by day by day by day. And so, yeah, either do a 100-day project on it where you try to extend your imagination, be creative, or, just try Doodle or try come up with ideas or have some fun and read storybooks and perhaps not watch movies, but movies are good, but read stories. Those things help a lot. So I hope that helps a little bit. I don't know. But I'm going to go back to drawing because I was having fun. But I really like helping you as well. So if you have any more questions, let me know. Alrighty, where was I? Oh, I was drawing this little ship. Which reminds me of the series Vikings. I'm getting into a habit of not finishing series, especially like past season 4. I have stopped Breaking Bad, stopped Vikings. I stopped Suits as well. I think I finished Friends. Definitely finished Brooklyn Nine-Nine. That was one of my favorites. Finished The Big Bang Theory. Maybe it's because I like comedy. I guess another way to bring back your creative side is just to create every single day. That is what tons of people swear by. That's what I'm going to be doing. I just want to create more. The more you create, the more you want to create. Okay, that's looking pretty good. I like that there's some like darker bits. Perhaps we can bring some more darker bits up here. A whale. But that's a lot of pen usage, so I'm going to go for a Sharpie pen or a marker over here. I have no idea if this is the right way to color in. But that's another thing about being a kid, is like, there is no right way or wrong way. Right and wrong is totally just taught to us by society. Some things, yeah, that's good. Like, we need to teach kids what some things are wrong. I'm not making sense, am I? Like peeing in somebody else's house when they're 18. That's not good. Just not good. But, the right way to use a pen, maybe there's not a right way. Maybe there's a whole bunch of different ways that yield different results. Man, this reminds me of like a rainbow. What happens if a whale could rainbow out of their heads? Freakazoid, I love how your page is coming alive. Doodling, so fun. Yeah, I think that the more you do it, the more alive it comes. I have a tendency to just put a lot of stuff on the page. I guess my style at the moment is visual abundance. It's abstract, it's doodly, but yeah, lots. Josh says, what are some of your favorite books, whether it be nonfiction, creativity, or some other genre? Wow. So I reckon Lord of the Rings for me is always going to be a favorite. I read tons of non-fiction. There's a book by, what's his name? Anyway, the book is called Atomic Habits. James Clear. James Clear, great book on habit creation. There is also, what is it? It's by the IDEO founders, the Kelly brothers. Very good as well on creativity. Creating? I don't know. It's very inspirational. Some other books that I would highly recommend. There's a series of books, fiction books. The Lies of Loch Lamora. Maybe we can quickly Google that one. Lies of Loch La. There we go, Scott Lynch. Lies of Loch Lamora. That one's very good. That one's very good. Also like Harry Potter. I like all things magical, but I don't know, there's tons of magical books. So it has to have like some really, I don't know, good parts. And then talking about a Scott, who writes Dilbert? Scott Adams. So, Scott Adams, non-fiction. This one's good. How to fail at almost everything and still win big. I like that book. That book's good. He's the author or the comic dude behind Dilbert. So yeah, that's good. All right, let's go back to doodling. I think I can add some black or dark pieces into here. Yes, there we go. Creative confidence. Very good. I'm pretty sure I recently read a book that just rocked my frickin' world, but I can't remember it. The bullet journaling book is also very good by the creator of the bullet journal method. What's that one called? Bullet journal method. That one, by Ryder Carroll. That's very good. I love that. And, man, you got me talking about books here. I'm just not very good with remembering people's names and the names of books. What is it called? Sapiens. Sapiens. Yeah, I like that. Very good. Very, very good. Okay, Yash says, it's about, what's that? You should check out Johann Hari. He's one of my favorite authors, and he writes a book on a lot of great stuff like addiction, depression, and he launches his new book called Stolen Focus. All right, cool. Johann Hari, let's check that out. Yo, where is this again? Johann Hari? British writer. A highly sensitive person. Cool, good recommendation. It's about we can't focus and how we can take back control. Highly recommend it. All right, awesome. I will add that to my reading list. Super, super. I like this. I like this a lot, talking about books and doodling and people recommending me books. I like it a lot. I'm slowly trying to get back into the habit of reading. Such a luxury, I guess. I have a kid. She is awesome. She's 13 months old, and we take up a lot of our time just spending time with her. And so, yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I'm not doing because I'm now being a dad or doing dad. And that's awesome. But I do miss reading. So I'm trying to sneak in a little bit of reading before I go to bed every night. At the moment, I'm reading about how to be a better father. It's very interesting. It's the Montessori book, if anybody cares to know about being a dad or a mom. And I'm fascinated, and I applaud single parents. I don't know how you do life. It is incredible. We are a team, my wife and I, and we have a very flexible schedule. And at the moment, it feels like life is amazing. But yeah, we don't work too much at the moment. So I don't know how single parents do it. You guys are legends. Okay, that's starting to come along. I like that there's more black in the page. It's kind of like bringing the colors out. Maybe I can add some clouds in here. Yash or Jash, I would love to know what you do. What do you tell people when they ask you, like, what do you do? What are you passionate about? And there's no ways that I can, at the moment, know if you're still here. I hope you are. Otherwise, it'd be a bit weird talking to somebody who isn't in the stream anymore. Oh, my voice is going croaky. Is this going to be the life of a streamer? Need like throat lozenges or something. And this guy, he can also be, I don't know, maybe he's like a bumblebee. But obviously not a bumblebee because he's got lots and lots of legs. But I wonder why there isn't like a worm with wings. Like a really long worm with tons of legs, but, you know, with wings. Maybe I've just invented a new species. It's called like a winged worm. Those are wing noises, by the way. I'm not quite sure how to draw wings. Or worm wings, anyway. I'm curious to know if any of you are drawing with me, or what you're doing while you're watching this. Are you watching it like straight on, or are you doing something else while you're watching this? Yash says there's also a great blogger, I forgot his name, but he wrote a great book, Barking Up the Wrong Tree. Also, you should check out Mindset by Carol Dweck. Has some great tips on the parenting as well. Okay, cool. Also, Malcolm Gladwell. That guy writes some amazing books. Check him out. Okay. Jash. Yeah, I don't know what I'm passionate about yet. I graduated from college about 2 years ago, in the middle of the pandemic, so I'm a little lost in trying to figure out how to be a motion designer, or there's nothing after or. But motion designer sounds amazing. Seriously. I love motion, or animating, or it's super cool. So yeah, how do you figure out how to do that? Or make VFX for Marvel movies. That's awesome. That would be awesome, or even make visuals for some of my favorite musicians. I'm pretty passionate about mental health for sure. Interesting. Mental health and motion graphics and visual effects. Well, sounds like you know what you're passionate about. I mean, things like Balance, the app, or Headspace, or those apps, those services, I mean, you could definitely put some motion into that. You could add motion design or transition design to apps and stuff. That could be pretty cool. Also, you're allowed to have multiple passions. think that, to start just creating visual effect type stuff, even if it's, on Instagram, that could be pretty cool. Or, speak to one of your favorite bands. That's what I did in university. It's like, hey man, can I make a music video for you? And they're like, cool. So I made an animated music video for them, and they're like, wow, did not expect this, but thank you. It was rad. I loved it. It took a long time to render, which is, pretty glad I don't have to render stuff. I have a friend who he said that his last Blender, one image in Blender took him 40 hours to render. And I was like, 40 hours for one frame? Are you crazy? Man. All right. Yash says he's creating an illustration while talking to you. I would love to see that. Please post it somewhere and tag me. Instagram, Twitter. That's awesome. I love that. So like we're creating together. Yes. And Freakazoid, drawing a birthday card for a close friend while watching. Man, that's awesome. Please again, post that somewhere after their birthday and tag me. I'd love to see what you're creating while I'm creating. Okay. This guy is a little black blob just chilling on my page. Yeah, I like that. The other thing I really like to draw are these octopus type things or squiddy type things, but I don't have any much space left on my page. Maybe over here. But they also have like elements of catfish. Like maybe a super sentient jellyfish. Oh yeah, Tim Ferriss. I don't know Mark Manson. Rings a bell though. Thanks. So Yash says, the only reason why I got into motion design because I thought it was cool. It is cool. Seriously, it is super cool. Like, being a really good motion designer it's like, you have to be a designer, you have to be an animator and an illustrator. You can't just like move stuff and hope it looks good, but it has to look good visually. Like, you have to do a whole bunch of things to be a very good motion designer, which I think is amazing. And so my wife and I have been learning how to do Blender, and I'm telling you, there are so many creative things that go into 3D design. It's like maybe even game design is the next step, because you're just like adding a whole bunch of stuff that you could be good at, or you could have different team members doing to make some bigger product. Like illustration, it is rad. I'm illustrating here, I love illustration. But motion design is illustrations moving. That's awesome. Man. Anyway, let's get back to doodling. I could talk about motion design all day. Yash also says, I've always loved your energy, Rich. Thank you. I want to, pour forth my energy more. That's why I'm doing this kind of stuff. Over the last couple of weeks, I've realized that I come alive when I learn, when I teach, and when I teach from a place of passion. And so this is honestly what I'm passionate about, creating stuff, doodling, just having fun. And I think this new format for me is, I don't know, a really cool format. Instead of cutting, instead of creating classes, or not instead of, I'd still like to do that stuff, but you know, it's a lot less formal and it's live and I get to interact with people. So it's really cool. Since you have so much going on your page, how do you know when a doodle is done? Till there's no space left? Yeah, I don't really know how to answer that. You just got to choose. Sometimes I just do like one little squiggle. I'm like, okay, that's done. But yeah, I think perhaps if this was done in 10 minutes, I could go into a next one. But yeah, it's nearing an hour now. And I'm just looking at it and I'm like, yeah, I think it's done. Maybe a couple more places could have some black. But yeah, I kind of look at them like, well, at the moment I can only add, like I can't take away. When it's digital, it's like, okay, well, we can add a lot and then take stuff away or simplify it later. But here it's like, well, you just gotta try things. And sometimes I do add too much, but that's also cool. Like you'll learn and you'll figure out what works for you and what doesn't. But this could also just be a layer. Like, I don't know, I could go on top of this with another color. And that could be super, super cool. Or it could just suck. I feel like this guy needs a little bit of a shoe here. Maybe a few more dark bits around here. Yeah, it's hard to know with illustration. I know with like design or UX or UI, I normally try to take out as much as I can. Like what else can I remove from here? How can I simplify it? Or how can I make it clearer? But you know, that's not really the point of this doodle or most of the illustration that I do. So yeah, tough question. Go with the flow. Yeah, I like that, Freakazoid. Go with the flow. Maybe this guy needs some whiskers. Now he looks a little bit more like a mouse. All right, I think I am almost done. I'm just going to sign my name at the bottom. And the date is the 18th of Jan. 2022. There we go. So Yash says, I thought about learning animation at first, but then got told that I should learn and improve at design and then dabble my hands in animation. I know 3D takes ages to render. You know, I think you can do both. Do design and animation, you know. Design is also a great skill because then you can design business cards and websites and print stuff. So yeah, it helps. But animating is cool. Like, which one do you feel most drawn to? You know, perhaps it doesn't pay the bills, but if you're like, I just want to animate, well then animate. Stay at your parents' house, you know, sleep on friends' couches and animate. Or maybe get a baristering job or something like that and do as much as you possibly can on something that you love. You know, sometimes you got to do weird stuff. Sometimes you get to do something that's quite similar to the thing that you really want to do. So, you know, you could do graphic design and not really love it, but it's pretty cool still to be a graphic designer, right? Some people love graphic design, but if your thing's animating or animation or motion graphics, then set that as your goal and then, you know, do whatever else you need to do to spend more time on that. And you always get to learn new stuff all the time, like Unreal Engine and so on. You're always on your toes, which keeps you grounded. Yeah, with 3D. I kind of understand what Unreal Engine is, but hey, still learning Blender and how to do donuts. You want to see my donut? Quick, last thing, and then I'll be off. I gotta show you my donut. Okay, a blender. That's interesting. Is it? That it's on this one? Open up donut. This is my donut. I think it's awesome. Render, view render. No. Slot one. Yeah, I don't know why it's not working. Maybe down here. On the other page. I don't know where my mouse is now. Mouse. New. Let's go back here. Da-da-da. There we go. That is my donut so far. I think it looks really cool. I'm super pumped about it. I don't think I could remake it without some kind of tutorials help, but man, my mind is being blown with all the possibilities that 3D offers. Anyway, let's go back to this one last time. So this is my last image. Maybe I'll just press that. My final image, I mean. I'm pretty pumped about it. It's fun. It was really good and fun creating with you guys. I'd love to see what you guys created while we were chatting. And yeah, it's been really good chatting about books, about, you know, what to do with our lives. And if there's anything else I can help with, just let me know. I have been creating and been in the creative career for a while. Man, that's a long time. How old am I this year? 34? So yeah, 14 years. Man, I'm old. So, yeah. Guys, thank you. Guys, girls, I don't know who's watching, but you guys rock. And I would definitely like to do more of these things, for sure. Now, I'm going to try end this as smoothly as I can. So check this out. I've prepared a logo build. So Yash. Oh, there's a Tracy. Hey, Tracy. Yash, check this out. Motion build, motion graphic stuff here.